Oh, so this is from the Empire. The gift that keeps on giving lately for this film. So they got in more quotes from their early interview, very very early interview, and now we have more images. A couple of them have already made the rounds. This one has been the most controversial out of all of them. For the shall we say, non-flattering type of strange pose that she has here for the female Silver Surfer, and it's been getting plastered and hammered online just for the design sake and for everything, like that everybody's kind of had a issue with this character, and the design is just goes from like bad to worse, it seems. At least online, that's what everybody's consensus has been of it.
Okay.
And what are the rumors you're hearing about test screening results and reshoots?
So right now, the rumors have been that they are based on a uh, recent test audience test. The movie did not test well, and they are going to some reshoots and some like changes to the pacing and scripting of the movie because it didn't test well with audiences, and so much so that now supposedly there's been a little rumor going around because originally they said that Pedro Pascal's Mr. Fantastico was going to be kind of like the main kind of like hero fighting against Doom and Doomsday, but now they want to replace him with uh, bringing back I'm sorry, Chris Pratt for as the main kind of like hero guy uh, in the new changes of the script. So that's just kind of like the rumor mill based on all this.
Okay.
All right, well, I have some intel, not a lot, but Cameron, what are your initial thoughts before I?
Well, I mean, I'd love to hear intel. Again, I'm gonna be the which one of these is not like the other. I don't really see what's so wrong with this post. I mean, with this image. I mean, she's standing posed as a surfer. I've seen surfers in similar balancing positions. Is it? I mean, she's got skin or clothing, whatever the hell those surfers are, whether they're just silver or they're wearing a suit. I don't know, but they are that, right? I mean, I don't know what's so wrong with this. Can someone explain why people don't like it? I don't have a problem with this.
Well, I think the first, and correct me if I'm wrong, Fletch, is that it's the female Silver Surfer to begin with. They're not happy with that.
Okay.
Right. To begin with, is the female Silver Surfer. Also, the Silver Surfer is very beloved in their design and their dynamics. Whenever you see them, so when it's depicted, it's always very how should we say, very graphic and um, movement like. If you, I posted in the back, if you see it, is
Mhm.
usually how he's usually depicted, which is very heroically surfing, I guess you could say. And this one has more of a, kind of like, I don't know, like surprise surfing. It's like, all
Oh,
the kind of
I
things
see
that
the
people,
physical difference. I
yeah,
see. It's almost a little bit like she's unstable and trying to keep her
yeah,
balance,
like
so
she
she's not
just
as
learned how to
confident.
surf or something like that, or yeah.
Okay.
So
I mean,
it's not like a,
I see.
it's just like a, like, what is she unsure of it or something? It's just, it's like the little, this is all they have, so of course this is what you're going to talk about.
I understand.
But
I mean,
they don't like the hair. There's so many little
okay.
things about it. Yeah.
What's the Julia Gardner? Is the
Julia
actress?
Gardner is the actress.
Was a
Yes.
really good actress.
Yes, she is a
And
good actress.
I'm looking.
So okay, here's my take, guys. I don't think these are flattering shots. I didn't like it in the trailer. It stuck out to me. Me and Fletcher went over this a couple of weeks ago when we saw the trailer. It doesn't kill it for me personally until I see it. I get that. Well, why can't you just have the OG, Kirby surfer iteration for now? Yes, the female surfer did exist, but we still haven't gotten a legit male one shown on film. Correct me. Is that pretty much people are thinking, Fletch?
Yeah, I mean, they had even though this kind of like is a different universe. I guess the
Right.
consensus has been around all the nerdy
Mhm.
circles is that it just kind of makes no sense. You have a really popular character among nerds in Hollywood, so it's by doing this switch with a very obscure character in the comics that only appeared like in a couple of comics. You're kind of like almost doing something so different that it could be off-putting, and then the reception did not help it.
Okay.
Okay, so here's my intel, guys. Here's my intel.
Please.
But let's preface this, and I want to see if Cameron can corroborate this.
Mhm.
Every major film does pickup shots
Yeah.
and even reshoots
Mhm.
based on the intel they get from their test screenings.
Correct.
The bigger the film, the more that's going to happen. So
Mhm.
so it's not necessarily news that maybe something that's not even a final cut with everything that's rendered and finished
Mhm.
would have that was shown. Let's say they didn't react positively to it.
Mhm.
They go and do reshoots. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's usually the norm, Cameron.
Yeah, no, it's very much the norm, and it's nothing to signal a crisis. I mean, this is a good thing, right? If they got feedback that wasn't great from their test audiences and they're responding. Remember when everyone was so happy that people responded to Sonic? The producers responded to feedback on Sonic and then redesigned the character, and people were very happy with the final version. Isn't that a good thing? So it's if people are looking for a gotcha, look, they're reshooting it. These guys don't know what they're doing. None of us know what we're doing. We're trying to create art here that a large audience will connect to, right? And be profitable. And that's going to require feedback from these processes that have been set up in Hollywood. Not all that feedback is correct, but if they're doing reshoots, it suggests that they're listening to their audiences, and it suggests that they're confident enough that they can do it. And so when you stick to your guns, like someone like The Last Jedi, when you stick to your thing, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, that actually shows a lack of confidence. It's an arrogance that's coming from insecurity, right? When you have your star, like when you have your star saying, man, Luke Skywalker wouldn't do this, right? And you're like, screw you, read the lines. That's not coming from a place of confident artistry, right? This is a collaborative industry. So the fact that they're collaborating with the audience, I think that's a good thing. And with regard to this being a female surfer, as many people point out, it is clear that this is a one-off in this world. Because we've already seen in this new Avengers movie, the what the hell was that? The one that I just saw with all the villains. What was it called?
Thunderbolts.
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 Hashtag
Thunderbolts.
New Avengers.
Thunderbolts. And the very end of it, right? The very end of it, spoiler alert, at the end credits is they see the Fantastic Four rocket entering into orbit around that Earth, that timeline, which is different from that universe. So we see the Fantastic Four are coming to this world. So wouldn't you prefer to see the great traditional male Silver Surfer that we've known in the main storyline? Don't you want that? Again, I feel like people are just like angry to be angry when it's like they're trying to give you what you want. I mean, what's the drama here? You'll be happy when the male Silver Surfer comes, or you're going to find you don't like the pose either because you just want to be angry.
So okay, this is from a personal source of mine, someone that I know in person. I know what that person does for this company that happens to be producing this film. Yeah, I've many discussions, many hangouts over the last couple of years. They've always been right. It's pickup shots. That's all they have. That's all that happened.
Pickup shots?
I don't know what to tell you guys. When I saw that information come out and the tweet and all that stuff, I just I text my source, hey, what's up? And they're like, they're pickup shots. That happens with every film. Now, add to that what I know about this film from that source is that everyone gets their time to shine in this film, and that Sue Storm is the anchor. And if you have a problem with that, I don't know what to tell you.
I like Sue Storm,
and people are gonna have a problem with that.
I mean, the actress is great. I mean, anyone have a problem with this actress? She's a great actress, yeah. And Sue Storm has always been the heart of Fantastic Four. I mean, she's the girl amidst all the boys. I mean,
yeah, I mean, yes and no. I mean, you do want Reed Richards to be the legit leader, though, of the Fantastic Four. I mean, what are your thoughts, Fletcher? Is it an ensemble of Fantastic Four, or Reed Richards was always the head dude?
No, so Fantastic Four, Reed Richards has always been the leader, maniacally so in the comic books, to where sometimes in certain universes he becomes kind of evil, he becomes too power hungry, drives Sue away type of deal. So he's very much like the alpha scientist. My understanding from everything that I heard and read from the movie, and even like the actors talking about it, this was more like a shift into a Sue Storm becoming kind of like the quasi leader, but not just the Fantastic Four. According to the actress, she's kind of leading almost like the UN in a sense. I mean, if we remember when we see the Fantastic Four for the Silver Surfer, or Surfette as they saying, for the first time, when she talks to them, the one who says, you know, where the heroes like kind of like defending it is Sue Storm who speaks. So this kind of was kind of like the rumor that it was more like a Sue Storm leading the Fantastic Four as the anchor of the Fantastic Four in this movie.
Yeah, and so listen, I'm going back to my personal relationship with the real person. No rumors. I know what this person does for the company, and that this person said yes. She does anchor the film. Everyone's going to have their time to shine. And obviously, it's a great looking film and it's going to be entertaining. So, how that person has described, I'm terrible at this, Fletcher. I'm just not good at protecting my sources. How this person has described past movies that are Marvel and how they've come out, they've been right on the money. So, you know what? I'm pretty much a normie on this one. I hope it's entertaining at the end of the day, right? And that I'm not talked down to because, you know, it's a woman leading Fantastic.